Now, you might be reading the title of this video and be saying, why are you comparing a game from 2022 with a game from 2008 that's shovelware and basically had a budget of $5,000? And to that I say, one left a disappointment in my heart and the other was given to me as a gift. Can you guess which one I paid for? Now I will admit, I do have a bit of bias towards Nintendo Switch Sports, but that's because it's a disgrace to the series. Well, a bit better than another game in the series. For this comparison, I will split it into different categories: sports, character customization, controls, difficulty, achievements, and ratings. I feel like this is fair as both these games has aspects from all these categories. Also, I call football soccer, so please don't be mad at me. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Nintendo Switch Sports has a standard lineup of 7 sports: volleyball, badminton, bowling, soccer, Chambara or swordplay, tennis, and the recently added in an update, golf. Bowling has 2 sub-modes, RIP 100-pin, standard lanes and special lanes. Standard is just a regular 10-pin bowling. Special is basically an upgraded version of spin control from Wii Sports Resort and Wii Sports Club. Soccer, or football, has 4 sub-modes: 1-on-1, 4-on-4, shootout, and training. 1-on-1 is a 2-player match of soccer on a small indoor soccer field. 4-on-4 is an 8-player match on a large outdoor soccer field. Shootout is a mode where you use the leg strap accessory to kick 5 soccer balls into the goal, while the goal gets smaller the more shots you make. The goal is to make more shots than the CPU or other player. Training is basically free roam for soccer fields. Nintendo Switch Sports also has online play for all sports. With this, some sports are elimination in online. Big Beach Sports has 6 sports: soccer, volleyball, cricket, football, bocce, and disc golf. Apparently this game was the first Wii game to have cricket. No, not that one, the other one! Each game has 2 sub-modes, Quick Play and Tournament Mode. Quick Play has customizable rules and can be used to gain skill points quickly. We'll get into what skill points are later. Tournament Mode is a bracket tournament with 3 difficulties of tournaments: Sunshine Cup, Sundollar Cup, and Coral Cup. Some games have a 3rd sub-mode, Party Play, but it's mostly used for the people that want to play multiplayer, but don't have multiple Wii remotes. In the files of the game, some file names refer to an unused 7th sport, Kickball. Overall, I have to say that both games have a fair amount of sub-modes and sports. Both offer some amount of replayability of their respective games. In Switch Sports... Okay, what is this? This is pretty bare bones for any new player. There are some unlockable outfits in offline mode, which we'll get to later, but you'll have to unlock all equipment, stamps, titles, facial features, and most outfits with an online subscription. At least you can still use Mii's from the base game. Another problem is that when you get enough points by playing sports online, it's a random chance to get the thing you want, so you might end up like me and get horrible chances of getting the Chambara sword that you want. With online, however, there are many outfits and unlockables, as well as more bodies, such as a squirrel or a snowman. In Big Beach Sports, there are no unlockable clothing or equipment, but it has a lot of customizability for your character, not to mention that you can connect your DS using Download Play to draw your own character's face. If you don't want to create a character, there are 9 preset characters available, which will act as CPUs or guest Mii's. But Big Beach Sports does have 3 unlockable preset characters. Overall, I think Big Beach Sports has more customizable options from the start of the game, though it does suck that there are no unlockable customizable options. Nintendo Switch Sports would have won if it wasn't for the lack of options without an online subscription. In Switch Sports, the range of movement in sports is locked by preset animations. For example, swinging your sword in Chambara is very difficult, as it is set in many preset directions to make up for the arms of the characters, leading to some janky things. Whereas in Wii Sports Resort, I could swing my sword in every direction and angle in swordplay. The controls in Switch Sports mostly feel limited to previous games. In Big Beach Sports, the controls mostly feel limited, but mainly just waggle the Wii remote to win. Most games actually have a level of strategy, as there are many actions to do offensively and defensively, which can be detrimental in later difficulties. In my opinion, both games have a level of strategy between them, and there are many actions that you can perform. Nintendo Switch Sports has 4 difficulties in offline mode: Normal, Strong, Powerhouse, and Legend. Legend is unlocked by holding ZR plus R or ZL plus L. In online, however, there is a ranking system for ranked matches. After playing a few matches in online, you get the ability to play in the pro leagues. The ranking system is as follows: E minus, E, E plus, D minus, D, D plus, C minus, C, C plus, B minus, B, B plus, A0 to A30, S0 to S10, and infinity. In Big Beach Sports, your difficulty is determined by how many skill points you have, as follows. Level 1 is 0 skill points, Level 2 is 100 skill points, Level 3 is 200 skill points, Level 4 is 400 skill points, Level 5 is 600 skill points, Level 6 is 800 skill points, and Level 7 is 999 skill points. This is akin to the original level system in Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. In tournaments, the opponents start at a certain skill point difficulty and increase by 50 skill points each round. One thing I found interesting is that in disc golf, the par and win changes in each hole depending on your skill points. Overall, I have to give this to both games. Switch Sports has a great ranking system, even if sometimes it is off in the later ranks. Big Beach Sports has a much complex system on how skill points affects difficulty. Switch Sports has unlockable clothing and titles for doing certain tasks, such as beating legend difficulty on a sport or playing a certain sport 15 times. Big Beach Sports, the achievements are like stamps from Wii Sports Resort. The sports was before Wii Sports Resort. Overall, I kinda just like the stamps in Big Beach Sports, as the main problem with Switch Sports is that you don't know how to unlock it until you do. Switch Sports wins this one by a long shot, as critics just absolutely despise Big Beach Sports, so not really much to say here. As a side note, I just want to compare the animations for winning in each of the games. My final thoughts say that Nintendo Switch Sports is better in quality, while Big Beach Sports is better in replayability. If you couldn't tell already, this video is more about how Big Beach Sports isn't as bad as people think it was, but it's not the best that it could have been. But I'm not even going to talk about Big Beach Sports 2 at this point.